Welcome to Big Boss Builder. I hope you enjoy this content. It's my passion to bring to you years worth of knowledge in the entrepreneurial game. If you're loving this content, please like, share, and subscribe, and please watch this video all the way through to the end. Hope you enjoyed this video. There are athletes all over the world who get paid tons of money to excel at their sport. The funny thing is they're not getting paid to perform. They're getting paid for the experience and the training they've created that allow them to perform. They train countless hours. They eat the right foods and do all the right things so that on that game day, they're ready to perform. Yet in business, we just assume we're gonna rock up on game day and get all the rewards. The reality is you need to train yourself. You need to work on your skill set so that when the day comes, you're ready to go. This is particularly important in the sales world. People always fall over their mouths. They always put foot in mouth and constantly stumble and choke on it. The reality is, what stops them from succeeding in every conversation is the ability to build their wit. No one is born with the ability to say their mind every single time and leave the room without the fear that they forgot to say something they really wanted to say. The amount of people who've left the room and said, I wish I'd just said this. The amount of people left the room and said, if I just made this point, it would have been left without doubt. And the reality is the reason they didn't make that point is their brain did not have the capacity to make that point. You need to train your ability to present yourself. First thing I'm going to show you is how I train myself, how I build the ability to speak as I need to. The first thing you need is a book. The thing about a book is it allows your brain to work faster. Just think about when you open a book, any book. The first thing I do is I open the book to any page. I don't care about the content right now, even though a book is a great source of information and knowledge. The first thing I try to do is I try to read the lines. And as you read the lines, you notice how you start to communicate. You have to pause on the commas. You have to pause on the full stops. You have to present the book the way it's supposed to be presented. I always set up a video camera. I want to see how the people see me. And when you're presenting to a video camera, you find yourself talking many words in advance. So what happens, you generally look down at your book and you read word for word. And as you read word for word, the respondent, the camera, is bored of you. You're not making eye contact. You're not engaging. The person with an untrained mind will then read 4 words, look up, pause, make eye contact and go back again and maybe find their spot to consume. But those who practice will find themselves reading 3 to 4 words at a glance. Then they read 5 to 6 words in advance, and they'll find themselves reading a line in advance. It means your brain is working faster than your mouth. That snapshot of words is allowing you to see what's ahead. Those run of words cause your pauses at the commas, cause your full stop to actually articulate what the writer is trying to say. And when you can read properly, you can talk properly. This is a very important tool. I read 2 hours live a day in front of a mirror. I wanted to see how people saw me. What I noticed is I laughed uncontrollably in awkward spots. I paused when I shouldn't have and made no character to the sentence. I stopped when I should have. I exclaimed statements without exclamation marks, and the reason was I wasn't quick enough. Build your wit, part 1. Part 2, project. Who's going to trust someone who doesn't speak with confidence? Who's going to believe what you believe unless you can portray it with the passion that you have? I used to set up a phone with a recorder 3 to 4 rooms away and speak normally. I fill my stomach full of oxygen, take a deep breath in and project without yelling. The projection articulates to the person in front of you that this is what I believe. I'm gonna yell without screaming. I'm gonna make sure you see what's in my passion. And then when I really wanna make a point, I'm gonna slow it down. But even as I slow it down and drop my voice so you can hear the things I wanna tell you, you can still hear me from 4 rooms away. Understanding how to use your voice to portray what you're trying to say. 85% of communication is body language, 10% is tone, and 5% is what you say. Look it up. So if you don't have the opportunity to talk face to face, someone show them your body language, then let your tone express it. Be silent when you need to. Be loud when you need to. Don't scream. Everyone switches off, but learn to project. Let your brain work faster. So when you leave a room, you've left the room with no doubt that you're gonna get the deal, you're gonna get the staff member, you're gonna get the client, you're gonna get whatever you want. And if you don't, you've left it all on the table. It's not because you weren't prepared, it's because it wasn't the right fit. You can't expect to be an athlete, make millions of dollars without training. How on earth can you expect to make $1 million as a business owner without you yourself being prepared to train? I hope this helps. Read aloud, read with a recorder, lead with the camera. Do not trust that how you perceive yourself is how others perceive you. Leave no doubt. See you next week.